Hey guys, welcome back to Simplify Mechanic. My name's Thomas. In today's video we're talking about how I think I got a customer that's mentally unstable, starting to scare me just a little bit. So if you want to use my life as your entertainment, stay tuned because we're starting right now. Hey guys, how you doing? Feeling good physically? Feeling good mentally? I'm gonna start off by saying thanks to Frank. Frank has a mobile mechanic business out of Texas. And today I checked the mail and he sent me a whole front end kit for the Dodge Ram. Frank's a good mobile mechanic, has great reviews, and he's a good friend. Let's stop right there and let's rewind. It ain't too far back. It's when I was just taking a few calls because I was driving the Honda because work vehicle was broke. So maybe 2 or 3 months ago, and the customer, he lives only like maybe 4 or 5 streets over, so he knows actually where I live because he's been here a few times. Well, we did a job for him with the Audi. I forget what year and all that. I just don't have it in front of me. But I know we was doing a timing chain replacement and something else. Total was about $800. He was going to pay $400 up front, $400 on the back end. And I actually worked for his cousin before and did a job. Everything was good. So that's how he got my number. I go down there, gives me $400 up front. Then when I'm done, he'll owe the other $400. That's just standard practice. That is normal. 99% of mobile mechanics do it. You get half the money up front, another half when you're done. That's just protecting you from the risk. When I took this job, I told him, hey, look, my mobile mechanic business is on hold right now because of everything that's going on. And I was completely honest with him. I told him, look, we're fighting this lawsuit. Our vehicles went down. So right now, it's this job won't be the #1 priority. I will get it done, but it's going to take maybe a week. And he was fine with that because I had other things going on, so I couldn't treat it as just a normal job and spend 4 or 5 hours each day there. I just couldn't do that. I was going there every other day, spending a couple hours. He was completely fine with that. So I'm there working, everything's fine. He comes out. Now, at first, he was really personable. I mean, talked a lot, but he was funny. We kind of related to each other a little bit because I've been through a divorce and a custody battle. Now, I still deal with the custody case still to this day, but I've been divorced 8 years ago. And he is having problems with his old lady and his kids. As I'm working, I'm talking, I'm trying to give him some advice. Kind of got this big brother, little brother vibe going on. He's asking for my opinion, and I feel like I'm older, I'm more dominant. I'm just big bro to him. So I'm just giving him my advice and everything's cool. So he came out every time I came over to work. But each time he came out, he was a little more erratic. Now, I don't want to say he was high or anything like that, but he was just more erratic. The fighting got worse and worse inside. So when he came out to talk to me, he was very on edge. And he actually kind of took it out on me a little bit. He was real snappy with me, real short. I'm not somebody that likes confrontation. I'll avoid it. I don't like it at all. So I wasn't saying anything to him. But each time he came out, it got worse and worse. And then he starts telling me about his money issues with this. He's saying his wife wants all this money. He can't make it, giving her everything he has. But when people start saying that, you start thinking, oh man, they're going to try to do something or they want a deal or something like that. Because rarely somebody starts telling me that they're short on money just to tell me it. It's usually to set me up or make me feel bad, something like that. Position I'm in, I can't be given any deals. I'm at rock bottom myself, brother, So actually, that's why we kind of clicked. We both was going through a lot. And, I kind of told him what was going on with me. So we clicked on that, we was vibing a little bit. But like I said, every time he came back out or every day I was there, it was just worse and worse. Just erratic behavior. A lot of movements, up and down. It's hard to explain. It's just like you're watching somebody go crazy. For real, I felt like he was just mentally breaking down and wearing out. Or he was, on something. Both of them have the same symptoms. When you look at somebody, high on something, and you're watching somebody break down mentally, it looks the same. I get the job about 3/4 of the way done. I got about maybe 2 to 3 hours left. It's Thursday night, and I said, look, I'm not going to be here this week, and I got something going on. I'll be back Monday. Vehicle will be finished Monday. And I said, I'll even knock $100 off. I wasn't even going to be late. Monday would have been the 7th day. That's how long I told him it would take. But I said I'd knock the $100 off because I wasn't going to be there for 2 or 3 days. And that was fair to me, and I thought he'd like that. And he was completely fine with that. Dap him up, I leave, go on my way. Maybe 5 hours later, I get a phone call from him asking me what time I'm coming the next day. And I'm like, did he forget? What's going on? I don't call him back. I shoot him a text message letting him know, hey, brother, you forget I'm not here this weekend. He doesn't reply, nothing like that. I send another message, no reply. I go to bed, I wake up, the 4 voicemails of him saying, I need to be there tomorrow. He has to have this vehicle done by 12 o'clock. He needs to be out of there. And he was just pressing it. He's like, hey, I got to be done. I got to be out of here. I don't care what's going on. You have to come here and finish this vehicle. And was like real hostile in voicemails. I call him back, no answer. I can't get a hold of him, but he keeps calling. If I answer the phone, he's not saying anything. So I'm like, what the hell? So I hang up. Now, if I don't answer, he's leaving the voicemails. And he's texting, but he won't respond to the text. And that's just weird shit, right? Anyway, this goes on for that weekend. I ended up blocking him, but I'm telling him, hey, I'm blocking you. I'm not letting you ruin this weekend for me. Like, this is something me and my wife had planned. I'm blocking you. I'll see you Monday. That's exactly what I did. Well, we get home Sunday. I wake up Monday, and I go down there. I'm already feeling a little antsy as I'm going down there because the way he acted, it was completely different than what it was before I left. So anyway, I get there. Once again, he comes out. He's real stressed. I'm not being a dick to me or anything, but he's real stressed, and you can tell. His wife's coming out and fighting with him, and she's asking me, how long till the car's done? And she's having an attitude with me. And I was like, oh, ma'am, I'm going to get it knocked out today. I'm going to try real hard for you. And she slams the door, and I'm like, what the, But I know they're arguing and stuff, so you're not going to get involved, but it does suck somebody's disrespecting you like that, but I'm not getting in it. And then he starts to tell me she doesn't want him to have the vehicle fixed. She's worried that once he has the car, he's going to be running around a little bit. And he's telling me because he's famous, because he was a basketball player in high school, and everybody knows him around here. Bro, that was like 12 years ago. I was like, you must have been really good to hang on that long. Because I was pretty good at football, and I got like maybe 5 people that remember me this long ago. So if he's famous from that long ago, he must have been real good. So I guess she was mad that he was getting the car to drive. So very confusing. Then he starts talking about money again and how stressed he is. And he brought up the amount, $400 twice. And I didn't catch it till the second time. And he was saying that he just had to pay $400 for the electric so it wouldn't get shut off. And I was like, oh man, that sucks, dude. I know how it is. I said, oh, you should be on the budget. Isn't there things they can do to work with you, stuff like that? So here I am giving him advice, not knowing this whole time that $400 that he paid the electric bill with was my $400 that he owed me. And he's talking about the money again. He's like, yeah, I can't believe I had to pay that $400. I didn't even know that was coming. I didn't even expect that. And then it clicked with me. I was like, wait a minute. Is that my $400? Because he's worried about money and he keeps saying this. So now it's in my head that he doesn't have it. So then I do something that some people might get mad about or might say I was wrong. Everything added up from him mentioning the same amount that he owes me, the fighting with his wife, the erratic behavior, everything going on. I said, look, bro, I said, you still got my money, the $400, right? And he goes, the $400? I thought you was going to knock $100 off. And I was like, oh yeah, you're right, my bad, because I did forget. I said, yeah. I said, you're right. I said, $300. I said, you got that, right? Like, he's like, but that's still a lot of money, man. I'm out here struggling. And I'm like, whoa, stop. I said, brother, let me see the $300 right now. I said, you ain't got to give me a penny. I said, just show me that you have the money. And he took offense to that. He's like, no, motherfucker, I got the money. I ain't going to show you shit. Just do your job. And I mean, he lost it. I mean, I could see where he was offended, but if you're sitting there bitching about the money, saying you spent the exact amount that you owe me, it's starting to make me wonder a little bit. We're first-time customers. We haven't built a rapport like that. I don't know you like that. All I can see is a lot of bad things are happening. You're stressed about money, and you're talking about you spent the money, the same amount that you owe me. All I'm asking is you to show it. Just show it to me, and you can put it back in your pocket. Well, he took offense to that hardcore. So he was refusing to show me the money. 100% in all my heart, I believe he didn't have it. So what I said was, I'm not going to do any more work. I said, I'm done right now till you show me the rest of the money. I said, because I do not believe that you have it. And then I said, if you can pull out $300 right now, I'll knock another $100 off. And he still wouldn't do it. And that's how I knew right then he really doesn't have this money at all. Because if he was so hard up for money, he would have been like, it's right here, motherfucker. Finish my job, and now I'm getting it for only $200. But he did not have it. And I was not going to give him that first half back. I just did all this work, come out here all this time over a week. And in the beginning, signs first started, that's when I had a bad feeling. And that's why you should always go with your gut instinct. So I was like, I'm done, bro. I'm packing my stuff up and I'm going home. When you have the money, you can give me a call and I'll come back and finish it. And he was not happy with it. I'm not working for the best people most of the time. Now, there's great people, don't get me wrong. I just packed my shit up and I left. Look, I'm not going to sit there and bullshit and do work when I don't think you have the money. All you got to do is show me the money, and I would do it. So I left, and I told him, hey, just call me. Look, brother, I said, nothing personal, strictly business. Now, as I'm saying this, I'm staying calm. I don't want to take it to the next level. I got a family. You never know what can happen. Just because I'm not violent doesn't mean I don't know how to be violent. You get what I'm saying? I can protect this house. I can protect myself, my family. That's not the issue. The issue is you don't want to have to deal with that, because people these days, you don't know what they'll do. Back in the day, you'd fight each other and then you'd go home. Now, it is not like that. So I went home. I was done with him, right? And then he called and he kept calling. He's like, I want my money back. I want my money back. I said, no, man, I'm not giving you your money back. I said, that's payment for the work I done. I said, with everything going on, I said, I just don't trust you. You have lost my trust with everything going on. The way you acted, the situation, the way you kept talking about the money, just everything. And anybody in my situation, if you've seen everything that was going on, you would do the same thing, or you would quit the job right there. But I'm not just going to quit and give him the money back because he can't pay me the rest. I did 3/4 of the job and only got half the money. So look, you still made out. This went on for a week or two, him calling. I was like, no, I'm just not going to do it. I answered most of the time because I told him every time, if you got the money, show it to me and I'll come down there and I'll finish the job. He just kept asking for the money, kept threatening, and I was like, no, I'm just done with you now. So I blocked these numbers. I come home one day, go to open my door, and a note falls down. I pick it up, and it says, pay me back my $400 or else. Obviously, we know who it is. So he had the balls to come to my house. The next day, my wife stopped smoking, and she's like, hey, this silver car keeps going by real slow, back and forth. Now, I don't tell my wife any of this stuff's going on because she'll just freak out. She'll get real nervous. I keep that on my shoulders. I'll take care of all that. Don't want her involved with that because, it'll just stress her out, and she'll be worried. But this silver car kept going back and forth. Every single time when I came out, they would take off. I wrote down the license plate. Now, I didn't call the cops. I just wasn't to that point. I was nervous a little bit because, like I said, you don't know what somebody will do. This day and age, you have no idea. So I was nervous a little bit, but, I was just ignoring it, wanted it to go away. So the silver car goes by for a few days. Well, then that goes away. We know who it is, obviously. One day I'm outside working. He rides his bike by. What an awkward spot. He did all this, beating his chest, doing all this, but now he sees me, and now he's just ignoring it. I'm like, all right, I'm going to say something now. So I walk up to my driveway, and I'm like, hey, brother. Hey, He keeps avoiding me, and I'm 5 feet from him. And he drives up, and then he's driving back down. I go to get in front of him, like, hey, let's stop. Because I'm like, what the fuck's going on right now, There's an ambush coming, like, something's happening. So I go to step in front of him. He just goes right around me, doesn't say anything. He's looking straight ahead. What the hell is this? No, he doesn't come back this time. Rides on down to his house. So imagine this guy is supposed to beat your ass and all this stuff, and a 30-year-old man rides up on a Huffy, and he's riding up and down your road, not saying a word. You go out to him, and he doesn't even look at you. He just goes right around you and heads home. This little bunny hop on his way, just to show me he had some athletic ability, and he goes on home. Something like that was weird as hell. Like, this guy is weird, right? So a couple days later, here he comes on his Huffy, but now he has this big old Husky with him. So now he's riding up and down the road with a Siberian Husky dragging behind him. And he doesn't say anything, nothing. Just keeps on going back and forth. I've yelled 3 or 4 times. I've just given up. I'm like, this dude is playing a game that's way over my head. He's got me all confused right now. I don't know if I should chase him down and tackle him off the bike, or if I should call the EMS because he's having some kind of breakdown. Nobody will believe me what I'm telling you. Now he comes up and he's got his Siberian Husky and he's got a Beagle. He's got 2 dogs now riding up and down my road. Now, he doesn't live on this road. He lives 3 or 4 blocks away. Well, then everything stops. I don't hear anything. So here I am today. I haven't heard from this dude in a month or 2, whatever it's been. I don't really remember. It's been a while since I've seen him riding his Huffy with these 2 dogs in tow. Here I am today. I'm all excited because Frank, my boy Frank from Texas, sent me a whole front end kit for the Dodge Ram. And we need to do that because there's like $700 or $800 worth of parts I need to put in this vehicle before I can get it ready to do my mobile mechanic business every day. And he took care of the front end. We got some pulleys and belt tensioners and rear shocks and a few other things that need done as well. And we'll get to that. He took care of the front end for me, which was a huge deal. I mean, that's $300-400 that I don't have to pay. So Frank, thanks again. But man, I was so excited today to get this going. I just wanted to get back on the road. It's been a minute. So here I am working, and I look over, and this guy is walking onto my property, looking dead at me. And I tell him, hey, stop, motherfucker. The first time I really felt threatened, like he's coming at me on my property. Like, I'm not gonna be the cool, calm, collective guy anymore. Now it's time to elevate it. This just happened today. He's walking right to me. I'm like, hey, stop, bro, stop. You know what I mean? He keeps walking. I'm like, all right, dude, like, here it is. I got this one fight left in me, you know? And I saved it, and I guess I'm gonna put it for this guy. Walks up to me, and he pulls out an ice cream sandwich. Starts eating his ice cream sandwich. He's from me to you away right now. That's all far there he is. Pulls it out, and he's eating his ice cream sandwich, and he's just looking at me. And I have nothing to say. And I look around, I'm like, dude, I'm getting pranked. This is a prank. He doesn't say anything. And I don't say anything. I'm just looking at him. Then he turns around, walks away. That's it. So here I am, very confused. I'm thinking, is this guy, like, he's really having a mental breakdown because he's went through this divorce and he was going through a lot. He wasn't seeing his kids. But look, hey, I needed money too, man. Like, I can't be worried about your problems. I feel bad and I wish you the best and I hope you heal and make it through everything. But I'm struggling myself, man. I can't be putting myself out because you didn't have the money and now you're going through something. So I don't know if he's playing a trick on me and making me feel bad like he's went crazy, or is he really having a breakdown? He went from this basketball athlete bullshitting with me to not having the money, to getting a divorce, to losing these kids, to riding a Huffy. Man, now I'm worried because he did have a mental break. What happens, like, if he doesn't know right from wrong or whatever? You know, what could he do? Like, am I overreacting about this? Because I got to tell my wife, like, hey, we got this guy, he might have lost his mind. He's eating ice cream out front, and he might try to burn the house down. Just letting you know. So now I think I have to call the police, just in case something happens. Like, at least they'll have something on record. I got my little private property sign. Wonder if that'll do anything. No, this ain't gonna do nothing. You think he's gonna read that? The guy's got an ice cream sandwich in his pockets, and he's the leader of a dog pack. So I don't think my little private property sign's gonna do anything. But yeah, I'm joking and all this, haha. But there is something in the back of my mind that says, hey, you might want to take this serious. So yeah, I think I need to reach out to the popo, let him know, hey, this is going on. If he comes to my house or if something happens, like, maybe you need to investigate this guy. Or in case he comes on and something happens and I protect myself, at least they'll have a record of it. Maybe he'll show up and just make me dinner. Like, I don't know what's going on with him. I mean, the ice cream sandwich, you didn't bring me one of them. He's still mad at me, obviously, or he brought me one. So this is a situation that's still evolving. I will let you know how many dogs he has or what else. I'll let you know the next step, because once he starts, he'll go for a couple weeks, then he'll vanish. So I'm just waiting on the next thing to happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and start working back on the truck, get some of these parts on there so we can get this going. I'll start recording that. So that video will be next week. Underneath the video, when you go to click on it, we also have this little sign now that's called Super Thanks. And you can see that you can actually send donations by just clicking on the button. It's underneath the video. You'll see a little money sign. It'll say thanks. You can actually just click on that, and it's almost like a tip jar. They sent me an email saying you can receive tips from your subscribers now. If you guys want to leave a few dollars tip, you can just click on the little thing at the bottom. You'll see it. Also, if you like to donate to the channel and help out, I'll have my CASHAPP, PayPal, Venmo on the screen. Everything's down in the video descriptions as well. I'm not begging you for money. I don't need anything. I'm just saying, if you would like to support the channel, because we've had a lot of people saying all they do is ask for money and beg for money, and they've only seen one video and that's it. They didn't know the reason why I was asking or the calls that you guys was donating to. So if you would like to support the channel, we don't need nothing. I'll have everything else figured out. But it is what it is, and like we always say, Semper Fi. Till next time.